By now, everyone should know that New York State has passed a new law that is requiring brands to label their images if they have AI generated humans or people in their images. So Amazon is asking you to check these boxes on the back end. The problem is they have yet to add a disclaimer on the front end of the images, and that is what keeps you in compliance with New York State law and is what's going to help you avoid the $1,000 fine that New York State law is able to fine you as a brand if you don't put these disclaimers. Now, adding a disclaimer to your image is actually really simple. I actually think this is a really good policy. It's helping to put boundaries around the use of AI, and it creates a level of transparency for the customer, which I think is a good thing. So it can be as simple as this. The disclaimer can be smaller than this. It can be larger than this, however you want to do it. But the compliance is adding a disclaimer on your image so that shoppers can visibly see it. The challenge with this is brands don't know what kind of message they should use. They don't know where to put it on their image. They don't know how to easily add it to their images. So I just wanted to make this as easy as possible for brands, agencies, and also my team. So I built this as an internal tool, and I decided, you know what, why don't we just share it with everybody, because it's going to make everybody's lives a lot easier. So this is the tool. You can easily click here to add your images. So let's just add a few so I can show you how this works. So you can add product images or you can add content banners, but all you have to do is basically upload your images and it's going to automatically add a little disclaimer here. You can click it and drag it, but you can actually change the message to any one of these three that I've already added here, or you can click custom and write your own disclaimer. I have a few fun ones here. And then I've also added the most common FDA disclaimers as well. So if you want to use this for that purpose, you can as well. So I'm going to go ahead and select AI generated models, human obsessed creative. You can also change the type of font that you're using. You can change the size to make it larger. You can make the opacity lighter or brighter, however you would like. You can go ahead and add a shadow behind it or not, depending on the color of the font that you're choosing. So you can change the color of the font down here. You can also select a specific color on the image if you'd like to do that as well. And that's it. It has all of these functionalities, really simple, really easy. You can move the disclaimer around. So here you can see this one has a green one. I'm going to go ahead and move it here, and there it is on that image. And then you would just go ahead and scroll down here and download all the images as a zip file, or you can download each individual image. Now, I don't know the best practice in terms of whether you legally need to have a disclaimer on every single image. For instance, when we design things at Mindful Goods, we are designing things like this where you might have two banners that actually look like one image once they're together. So in that case, I would just recommend putting one disclaimer that represents both of the images or all of your A+ content images as one whole image, because that's the way that we design. And then in terms of your product image, what I would think is a best practice is probably labeling at least one image that has an AI human and have that messaging say that these product images contain AI humans. So in here I have this design features AI humans made by real humans. You could also say these designs feature AI humans made by real humans, and that would specifically cover all of your product images. So then you would have one disclaimer in your product images and one disclaimer in your A+ content. So that is how I would do this. Hopefully you guys find this tool useful. So let me know how you like it.